If you have a story or a topic that you would like to explore with us, please get in touch using one of the links in the description. We are recording interviews now. All events depicted in this podcast are real. However, the names, locations, and some details have been changed for the privacy of those involved. Hello and welcome to Walking on Eggshells with an Emotional Vampire, a podcast that above all things is about family. Today's episode is a perfect little melancholy conversation about loss and grief, and the important things that can remain unsaid between the people who love each other the most, and then the weight of those unspoken words over time.
Guess what, Lucas?
What?
I got a new cat tree.
But unfortunately, before we get to that, you'll need to endure about 3 minutes of God knows what.
It's taller than me.
Great. Before our charming guest, Althea, arrives and sets us all back on the right track.
It's really cool. I already said it's early.
Does the cat like it?
I put one of the scratching posts up and he immediately just started scratching it. And I was like, he knows this is for him.
You're like, that's right. Scratch that cat tree.
I think it was the Cat Jungle Gym I liked better, wasn't it? I don't like Cat Tree, I don't like at all.
I like the cat tree.
The cat tree. The tree for a cat.
I don't not like cats.
What do you mean?
I like the stupid face ones. I got one of those ones that has what's the angry cat face?
Oh, the grumpy cat.
Grumpy cat. I do like those.
That cat died. That's really sad.
Jesus. He wasn't a grumpy cat, he was a terminally ill cat.
It was a dead cat.
Very nice. Beautiful.
People like weird looks.
I'm looking up that grumpy cat. That is such a weird looking cat.
I'm going to look up grumpy cat too.
It's got a human face. It's so weird.
Oh, they are. Oh my God.
It looks like what's that? Dobby. That. What's his? Yeah, Dobby. Master.
He just said the name.
That's what it looks like.
Master has given me a sock.
That freaks me out. It looks too human. I don't like it.
Imagine that in your bedroom, and then you're like,
I don't like it.
Imagine waking up to that face.
Imagine it's squatted in the kitty litter taking a shit with that face just looking straight at you. Grumpy cat.
Why does it look so grumpy?
It's got some disease or some disorder or something.
What? And they breed it like that, do they?
I think so.
I'm going to call this.
Oh, it's caused by an underbite and feline dwarfism.
I'm going to call this chick. All right.
Yeah.
And the pushed-in face.
I'm clicking call now. And of course, as we know, it doesn't make a ringing noise.
Ring, ring.
There it is.
Ring,
Bring, bring,
ring.
bring, bring. Yes, it does.
Ring.
Hello.
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 All right. First question before we start. Are you recording now?
I have been recording for 3 seconds, 4 now.
Oh, excellent.
It's funny. Everyone who comes on does that stupid thing now because we did it so many times.
It's great.
You can only blame yourselves. I'm sorry.
So you are Althea, right? Is that how you say it?
Yep.
That is such a cool name.
Thank
I
you.
like that name.
Is it Greek?
It is.
Okay,
Yes.
it is Greek.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not
I
though,
knew it.
which is a bummer.
But, no, it sounds like a god or something.
Yeah, it does, like a Greek goddess.
It really
Yeah.
it does.
Well, there is a myth that has a person named Althea in it, but she's like really shitty. She like kills her son or something.
Jeeps.
Oh,
Yeah, no, it's not.
All Greek gods do stuff
Yeah.
like that, though.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a weird story.
I actually thought I'd scared you off because I didn't tell you guys this, but so after my Christmas party, I was dressed up as an elf, and you know those photos of me molesting the Christmas tree.
Oh God.
So I sent them to
Yes.
Althea because I thought she'd find it funny, and then didn't get a
I
response
did.
from her for like 2 days.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That wasn't it at all. No.
That's because she didn't know how to respond. She was like, "Who is this weirdo?"
I mean, there was a little bit of that, but not,
There's other ones as well I didn't send where I'm actually lying down on the ground doing like the like a porn star sort of pose.
Oh my
But
god.
because I'm wearing tights, there was like a bulge in the crotchal region. So I like that one. I didn't
Jesus,
send out.
come on.
Only to the close friends. I sent that one
To hear
out.
that.
Yeah.
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 Right, we were just talking about cat trees before, so
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just got a new one. It's taller than me.
Is it like attractive? I want to get a cat tree for my cat, but they're all kind of ugly.
This is like a grey colour, but I'm thinking once it gets a bit more destroyed, I'm gonna material it with like a nicer colour.
Okay.
We actually talked about the grumpy cat before too.
Oh, yeah. Didn't Grumpy Cat die recently?
Yes.
Sorry to be Debbie Down. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Good.
I feel like
you already.
the three of you have, or definitely you and Aria seem to have similar interests. Cat trees, grumpy cat dying.
There you go.
That's it.
That's it.
We hit all the same points.
I feel so seen.
Do you have memory cabinets, Althea? It sounds like you and Aria really are on the same line here.
Okay, so yes, when I heard that, I felt like there was like a light bulb over my mind because I had always considered like the inside of my brain to be not cabinets, but like filing, like all the way up to, like all the way up to the ceiling, and then like a card table or something in the middle of this room, and then sitting around it was like different aspects of my personality, kind of like Inside Out before that movie existed. That's how I imagined the inside of my brain. So when you described your memory cabinet, I was like, yeah, that makes total sense.
That is awesome.
That's wild.
Yeah. Seriously, I'm not kidding.
All right. Let's
amazing.
Let's refocus now. All right. So Althea is who we have on here today. So I don't know. I actually don't know a lot about you, Althea. I've barely spoken to you actually. But what do you want to tell us, or what? I don't know. You go ahead. Was there any particular story, or you want to give us an overline of your family? I just threw my pen. What have you got?
Well, I think I can kind of do both at once. Like I can tell a story, if you don't mind a little bit of a tangent, while I kind of describe like other parts of the story in a little more detail.
All about the tangents.
That might make sense.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay. My mom always told me to begin a story with once upon a time. So once upon a time, there was a little girl named Althea. And when she was newly married and fairly pregnant, she went to a town in like the southern-ish part of Illinois to visit her family. I'm gonna switch and not talk about myself in the third person anymore. That was just the intro, but now it feels weird. So I'm gonna. All right. So my family and I had been going down to this town. It's where my dad was from. It's where he grew up. It's where all of his family remained. I grew up in the northern part of Illinois, like an hour away from Chicago. So if that gives kind of like an idea. Mm-hmm. We would go down for Thanksgiving, and it was just a very, very different place. Just very kind of rural. Like the Dairy Queen was the big thing in town, just a really, really small town. And all of my cousins and my grandparents all had Southern accents, which was strange to me because we weren't in the South, I suppose. But they all talk like this. Hi, Althea, how you doing? Come on over and sit down.
Love that.
Yeah, it's so good.
It was sweet. It was lovely. And we would stay with my grandmother and grandfather in their little house. And it's a very small house. My grandmother hoarded like little stuffed bunnies from craft fairs and like just little dolls that were absolutely creepy, but she had like 5 of them lined up on the couch with like doilies underneath them and like just setting the scene for you. So we're all sitting around before Thanksgiving waiting for the turkey or whatever to be ready, watching television. And my father is the oldest of 3. he left and moved to Chicago after college, and his two brothers stayed there. So they're about as different from each other as you can imagine. One of them was a prison guard for a while. The other one sounds like Rooster Cogburn from oh God, I forget the name of the movie. He just very gruff old man.
Rooster Cogburn. Hang on a second. Rooster Cogburn. Who is that? Oh, yeah. Of True Grit.
Thank you. That's the name of the movie. Thank you. Okay. Yes,
I love that movie.
So
both of them.
Rooster. That's one of my uncles, essentially. Without the drinking, just the personality.
Does he have the eye patch?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay,
but they're all gingers, so he has like this shock of wiry red hair and a beard, full beard that used to be red but is now white. So my uncle was the kind of guy who would like grumble at television commercials. Like, so it's the holiday season, so all the commercials are buy your wife a diamond and show this person how you love them by getting them a Lexus. And he's sitting there grumbling like, everybody in the fucking world doesn't have all that money. Just grumbling. And in the course of this grumbling, he had used the F slur about a gay man.
Okay.
And that's just kind of how they talked. My grandfather still referred to Black people as coloreds. Like, it's just kind of how it was down there. And I didn't want to be the one to be woke at that moment. Anyway, so he had used this slur. We're all sitting around, we're hanging out. It's myself, my husband, my two sisters, my middle sister's fiance. My father stands up and he says very seriously, I'd like to see my 3 daughters out on the porch, please. Just kind of out of nowhere. So we look at each other and we go outside on the porch and we're like, what's up, Dad? He'd been acting very secretive lately. He had recently divorced our mom. He's just a secretive guy. We're trying to ask him what's going on. He won't tell us. So he pulls us very secretively out onto the porch, dramatically closes the sliding door, and he says, I need to tell you girls something. I've been seeing someone. And we're like, oh, cool. Awesome. And he says, and he is a man. And we're like, okay. I mean, are you happy? Like, does he treat you well? Like, is this good? Cool. And he's like, yes, we're very happy. It's actually our 6-month anniversary today.
One question. Did the slur from the uncle, did that prompt him to tell you?
I don't know. I couldn't say for sure whether or not he heard him or was in the room with him. But the next part of this story will kind of shed a little light on that.
Okay.
He tells us, we say, are you happy? He says, yes, blah, blah, blah. It's their 6-month anniversary. We hug him. And then he says, absolutely do not utter a word of this to my family. They will never speak to me again.
Why would he tell you during a family event?
When
in the middle of the family event.
Right. Yeah. Why?
So you've got to keep it a secret for the entire time.
Yeah. My dad says, Althea, you can tell your husband. And he tells my sister she can tell her fiance. I don't think they were married at the time. And he's like, but don't say anything to anyone else. And so we kind of had to like fix our faces, I guess, and walk back inside. It's not a big house, so they're all kind of around. And I pull my husband into my grandparents' bedroom, and I like pull this like sliding door shut. And I'm like, do you know what my dad just said? And he's like, what? Like, he just came out to us. My dad's with a man. And my husband goes, oh, well, I mean, yeah. Didn't you figure something?
That was my next question. Is like, were there signs? Like, did you kind of expect this? Or
okay, so I've been asked that question before, and my answer to it is I had never thought about my parents' sexuality at all, ever.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not something that had crossed my mind. So when my husband was like, well, yeah, didn't you know? So in retrospect, yes, my God, yes, there were signs. Like, he's a very vain man. Like, he'll tweeze his eyebrows while watching television. His nails were always manicured. Like, we would go to like the fancy dress shop at the mall, my dad and I would like just try on these fancy dresses just to have something to do. Like, it's that kind of stuff. We'd watch the Oscars together and
He sounds like a really good dad, though.
But it sounds like, apart from the tweezing the eyebrows, he sounds like I'm super into musicals. I love watching the Oscars. I've had people in the past think that I was gay as well before.
That's my kind of dad.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of giving you the highlights. There were other crummy. I mean, he wasn't like outwardly crummy as a father. I will say this. I think he's currently in the hospital right now because he's much older now and he's been falling, and so he's still very secretive. So my sisters and I don't know his entire health history. So it's hard for us to be able to care for him. He actually lives in the city, so he's very far away from all of us. So it's hard for us to help him, but he is stubborn and secretive and like won't move or like let us help him. I guess one of the reasons. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, do you think maybe the secretive comes from, obviously he was gay and maybe he had been hiding it for his whole life? Maybe that's where the secretive side comes from, maybe?
I do. I mean, logically, I think that would be the thing that makes the most sense. I don't even know if I could talk to him about it. Like, I would love to sit down with him and say, Dad, what was this like? Et cetera, et cetera. And I don't know if he would tell me. Just because, like, previous to the story I just told, my sister and we worked at the same company, and it was like 20 minutes away from where our dad was living. We met him there after work because he had been acting weird, because he had been acting secretive. We're like, you're going to all these places and we don't know what you're doing, and you like are so evasive when we ask you questions. And we confronted him, and he's like, no, nothing's going on. And then a few weeks later, he comes out to us on the porch in Southern Illinois. He's a great dad. I do love him very, very much. He was very absent, I would say, for like some years. We did do fun stuff together, but then he had to like get a second job. And I saw him kind of like choose himself over and over again, which was a bummer. Like, he'd get McDonald's on the way home from work, but just for himself.
Yeah.
Or he would get like he likes decadence, so he would get like a pound of shrimp, but it was just for him. Like, we couldn't have any. Like, he would sit there and peel it in the kitchen, and like we couldn't have any.
Just watching you while he eats it. Oh, delicious shrimp.
Great food.
He's got the grumpy cat face on as he's eating the shrimp, looking at you.
Yeah, you know what? Funny thing, he kind of does look like Grumpy Cat.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, like the downturned mouth and the scowl, for sure.
I did not think that would all come full circle with the grumpy cat, but I'm glad it did.
Look at us.
So how long ago did he bust up? I'm just going to go straight to the family trauma here.
Yeah.
How long ago did he bust up with the mum?
They got divorced in, I think, like the early aughts, like 2003, 2004, maybe. I was in my 20s and I was living out of state. I was living in Minneapolis for a little while. And it was weird because my mom was in touch with me and like, kind of talking me through it, because it was still kind of weird, even though I was an adult and they hadn't really ever liked each other in front of us, I guess. My parents didn't have a super like affectionate relationship with each other.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's like ours.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, well, that was another thing where it felt familiar to me when you guys were talking about that.
Maybe Dad's gay.
Yeah, maybe, and I don't think he is.
He's not.
No. You never know. Truly.
I would be fine if he was. It would explain some
It's
things.
true.
Really? I had never thought of it before. It just had never crossed my mind. And then in retrospect, I was like, he does wear a lot of gold jewelry. You know, he is really concerned with how he looks. We did watch Soul Train and professional wrestling together. Like, you know.
I think Dad's teeth would. So Dad, so he's living basically like a hermit almost. It's hard to explain, but recently he actually has done his own dental work.
Oh.
So last time we saw him, he literally bought an online teeth fixing kit, so he has homemade fake teeth.
It's bad.
It's real bad.
It's really bad.
It's not great.
Not great. Tried fucking awful.
It's not.
Well, because he's got some cigarette stained teeth, so the new teeth that he's made, he's had to make the same color as his cigarette stained teeth. So it's just this mouth of like funky, yellowy, orangey teeth. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's not good.
And he's never ever been like
Yeah.
that. He was always really quite prideful of how he looked.
Yeah.
And now it's
He's
I'm
proud
like,
of them.
just go to a proper place and get it fixed and sorted so you don't have to do
Yeah.
all of this stuff.
I reckon they'd just pull them all out and he'd just get falsies.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, but he'd look, how much better would he look, right?
I'd nickname him Dolphin Boy if he had.
Why?
It's just have that big dolphin smile. Dolphin Boy, big straight teeth, straight smile.
Oh my God.
Anyway, sorry, Althea. What?
Please don't be sorry.
The,
This is so
Extension of
entertaining.
the teeth segue. Where we were talking about how your dad
Gold chains.
chains.
Yeah, gold chains, sweatpants. Before I knew better, I would jokingly say that my dad was black because he would wear like sweatsuits and like tracksuits, like unzipped a little with like gold chains and earrings and pinky rings and like high top Jordans.
He sounds cool.
Yeah, he is cool, but he's also kind of a dick.
Kind of a, like, because he eats the shrimp in front of you. Is that that's what makes him a dick, or?
Well, yeah, maybe a little, but like, okay. So what I was saying when when my parents got divorced, like I said, I was living out of state. I was far away, and my mom called to talk to me through it and was there to kind of like emotionally support. And my dad, silence, nothing. He didn't reach out to me at all. So I was kind of like, does he not care if I care? Like, why isn't he trying to, I don't know, dad at me or something, you know, like kind of reassure me? Or even as an adult, I was kind of shocked at how shocked I was, I guess. I mean, you see your parents and they look, it's like a loveless marriage or something. And then you become an adult and you start to see them as people and they're flawed. And then like this one last thing that was holding them together finally stops working. And then it kind of messes with your head, you know, I mean, right?
It's so.
How did you guys?
Yeah.
I was in the 20s when the parents split.
Okay.
And it's just the way I am. To me, honestly, I didn't care at all. Like it actually was. They hit it for a while that things were ending.
Mm-hmm.
But so for me, it didn't really affect me too much. I think Aria, it affected her a lot worse, I think.
I was really happy when they told me, or when Mum told me, that they were separating, because I thought it meant that there'd be no more fighting, because basically they just fought every day. But then it turned into me being the middleman, so they would tell me to tell each other things and call me to try and get at them.
Yeah.
So it actually made it worse, because then I was right in the middle of it instead of being on the sidelines watching it.
Yeah.
So
the aftermath was worse than the decision to split up, I think. Did you have stuff like that with yours? Do your parents get along, or did they hate each other afterwards?
I think they got along. I think they probably got along better after they were like not cohabitating anymore and they could have their own lives a little bit more. My dad was always the provider. My mom was a stay-at-home mother. So she kind of got to do her thing a little bit. Like she got a job for the first time in a very long time. She had her own car. She had a little bit of freedom, which was, which was great. And then it kind of all went downhill after that. But I think they were happier, after the divorce. I mean, obviously there was this huge elephant in the room, and I don't know if they ever discussed it because my mom's not around anymore. I can't ask her. And I don't know if I'd get an honest answer out of my dad if I asked him what that was like. Like, did you know when you met mom? Did you guys talk about it? Did you agree to it?
Was your mum open? Like, did she, like your dad was sort of closed off? Is your mum secretive?
No, not at all. She was smart and dramatic and loud, and we butted heads a lot, I think, because our personalities were kind of the same. She was morbidly obese for my entire life and for most of her life, and it contributed to a lot of health problems that she had. And that was frustrating kind of for all of us because we knew that she couldn't really help herself, but she wouldn't allow us to help her, kind of. And so, like I said, there was like a health decline, which wasn't super great. But I think she had a good, maybe 8 to 10 years of like happy single life.
Did she know that your dad was gay?
I don't know. I never had that conversation with her because I was away for a long time, and when I moved back finally, I got engaged and married like very soon after that. So there was this divorce and this new partner for my dad and this whole thing. And I was like, first time mom, new wife, new condo, all of this stuff, when I really should have sat down and talked to her about it. I thought I had more time. So I don't know. I have no idea. I think the reason why my sisters and I reacted the way we did is because of my mom, because she kind of taught us to be open and loving. And, like she told us about her gay best friend from college. And, she exposed us to people that weren't like us, I guess, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't a surprise when he told us. It was just shocking because we had never thought about our father in this way.
I actually don't find it unusual. Like, I think if dad, so the parents split up and then dad ended up gay, I don't think it's something I'd be running to talk to mum about either. Because I don't know, I wouldn't want her to feel, I don't know, like it belittled their relationship or.
Right. Yeah. Well, and I mean, it's between them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
100%.
They were married. That doesn't have anything to do with me necessarily.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. In retrospect, I wish I would have asked her, but too late.
So it sounds like your mum passed away?
Yes, she passed away in the summer of 2016. So I think it's been like 8 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I think 8 years.
Sorry to hear that.
Oh, thanks. It sucks, but thank you. That wasn't great. I was telling your brother that this is such a bummer because he said, I don't really know anything about you. Like, I'm interested to know who, like meet you, quote unquote.
This was in our messages. This is the.
Yeah. I said, I'm normal in that I was fake tap dancing in front of my extended family in the ICU while my mom was dying because I didn't know what else to do. Like, my whole family was around, and I'm like used to it being this joyous occasion, but everyone was quiet. I'm like, this is weird. I'll do a little dance.
Lighten the mood a little.
Just that like humor and morbid, yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's a movie called Graveyard for the Fireflies. I don't know if you've seen it or not.
Mm-mm.
So it's a really sad anime film, and there's one scene where something really sad happens, and then the brother wants to cheer his sister up, so he just starts doing cartwheels around a swing set, and it's really sad, but it's also kind of beautiful as well, and yeah, when I read your text, it actually reminded me of that. Just had that same sort of emotion about it.
Yeah. like laughing and crying at the same time. It's
Yeah.
kind of,
Yeah, just trying to do anything to not feel whatever you're feeling at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Something like that, for sure.
Important question though. Are you a good tap dancer?
Oh, no.
Oh, that
not
makes
at
it
all.
even better.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Not a good tap dancer. So, but I could fake it. So I don't know if it worked.
So I've got this thing lately with Dad, because Dad, he's had some health scares lately, and I've got this feeling that maybe, he's not going to be around for much longer. So I'm kind of always trying to organize these times to see him, because I'm worried I won't see him again. And we had the kid, and that was an important one for me. I was like, all right, I have to make sure Dad meets the kid. And I don't know if it's because of the surgeries he's had or what it is, but I think he's off the alcohol. I think he had to get off it. So when he visited, it's the best I've seen him in years, because he wasn't drinking. He was really present. He was amazing with the kid as well. And so again, then it makes me start to feel bad about the podcast and complaining, because, maybe he's all good now, and maybe it was just the alcohol and that sort of thing that made him a bit of a dick.
I mean, I'd absolutely see your point, but I don't know if anyone else has said this to you guys, but I think that this is like a totally valid form of like artistic expression or like emotional expression that you guys are doing. And I understand the guilt or like the weird feeling, but I wish that you didn't feel it, because odds are he may never find out. Like, this is just, you talking with your sisters.
He will never find out. Thank you for saying that, but he definitely won't find out about it. I'm actually more concerned about Mum finding out about it, to be honest. But yeah, I don't think you'll find out about it either. Anyway, tell me about your sister. You've got sisters, right?
I have 2 younger sisters.
You're the oldest, okay.
Yep.
And then how young is the youngest?
She is... Hold on, I gotta do some math here. She's 36. I'm 43, and then my middle sister is 41.
So it sounds like similar. Me and Aria, a similar age difference there. The default, because you were saying with your parents got divorced around in your 20s. How the sisters react to it?
I think it was just our youngest sister living at home. And she said that it was better. She was in high school, I think, when they divorced. And when my father got together with his partner, she was the one who, my youngest sister, she would go out to their apartment. She would go to Pride with them. She like knows all the people and like hung out with them, because she had like just turned 21 and whatnot, and could get out of the house and go to Pride. So she liked it. She was happy. I think my middle sister, she has blocked out most of our childhood. She doesn't remember anything. So she was living on her own as well. And probably she's like, I'm just glad that they split up, because they argued all the time and hated each other.
Okay. So it was pretty rough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, they're not as introspective as I am. Our middle sister, least of all. She's like, I don't want to think about my feelings. That's dumb. I got shit to do.
So she takes after the dad, and you take after the mum.
I think so. Yeah. And the youngest, we joke, she's the favorite, as a fact.
She's the golden.
Everybody loves
the
her.
golden child.
Yeah, literally. Yes. Yeah.
There is always one.
Yeah.
Does the youngest? Does she feel like she's the golden child as well?
I mean, yeah. She's. I mean, jokingly, yes, of course, just because she was, doted on, and she's the one with the college degree, and in good fun. Do you know what I mean? She won't correct us when we tell her she's the golden child and the favorite.
Yeah, I understand how that works. So is your dad still with his boyfriend?
Mm-hmm. Still with the same partner, yes.
Same partner. And then do you guys all share Thanksgivings and stuff together with the what are they, with
the extended family?
The extended family, yeah.
Unfortunately, No, we stopped going down there. My grandparents have both passed away and everyone's kind of like scattered to the wind. So now that grandma and grandpa aren't around anymore, now I host Thanksgiving at my house. So
That's cool.
yeah, no one from down there makes the drive, unfortunately. But my dad and his partner will come when they're able. They can't get around very well. My dad had polio as a child, side note.
Oh,
Yeah, and now he's dealing with post-polio syndrome, which is basically just like the nerves in his extremities are just dying,
huh.
which sucks. So my house doesn't have proper stairs, so they haven't been to the house in a while, but I try to get over there to see him when I can,
That post
when he's not
polio,
annoying me.
that just
Mhm.
happens later in life? Like he hasn't had that his whole life? That
Yes, it's like if you had polio as a young person and survived it, you will eventually get this syndrome.
did not know anything about that.
Neither did I. And I was like, oh, it gets worse? Cool.
Yeah.
It really does.
Huh. So, does the rest of your family know about your dad now, or?
I think so. I don't know. Okay, so my grandmother, my dad's mother, in her twilight years, came up and lived with them for a very long time. And I don't know if, I don't know how she classified their relationship, if that makes sense. Because she was like downstairs in her room and maybe they were upstairs. But he was only ever mentioned like in passing in the extended family as my dad's friend. So like everyone up
It's
here.
unspoken.
Mhm.
I think everyone would guess by now.
I would hope so.
For sure.
But I wouldn't put it past my grandmother to like not admit that to herself and just say, oh, they're just confirmed bachelors, having
They're
just
friends.
living together. They're just friends,
Yeah.
See, because usually at this point I try and like get into the psychology and think about
Mhm.
what's behind everything. But I think with this story, it's pretty clear. Like it seems like your dad's secret and not being able to tell his family, it was just probably a big burden. And obviously he had his personality traits as well. But yeah, it seems like that probably is what caused a lot of the issues there. And it's just it's just really sad. It's a sad story. Like especially your mum and your dad. Like it just must have been hard. Just to have all those things unsaid.
I think so. A lot of it is I want to kind of be a safe space for him, and I can't do that because he, obviously has emotional trauma from years of keeping this big secret.
Mm.
It's just you saying it's sad is very accurate because I feel like he's holding this weight or holding this heaviness, and I wish he could like get rid of it or at least let his children help him with it or something. I'm not sure. I know that's kind of like an abstract idea, but the secretiveness, it's like, have I done something wrong that you don't trust me? Why won't you tell me these things? That's kind of how I feel about it sometimes. I try not to because I know that's not very logical, but I wish he would be more open with us. But I understand why he's not.
I also think about how it's affected you because you seem like very funny and a little bit quirky, but also very open and outgoing.
Mm-hmm.
And like you've been through a lot there. It sounds like with your mum that was
Mm-hmm.
pretty tragic.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously your mum dying is quite tragic. And also her struggling with the weight and all of that. It just sounds like you've had a lot to deal with, and it's shaped who you are.
Right.
And like you talk about it cheerfully, but that's obviously how you cope.
Well, yes, absolutely. I think part of that is because of having a complicated name, but also, and this is another bummer, I'm so sorry. My parents had another girl before they had me, but she was premature. And didn't live longer than a day because her lungs weren't ready.
Oh my God.
A year later, they had me, and I was like this super, super healthy baby girl. Althea means wholesome and healing. And so that's why they gave me that name.
Okay.
So I have been told that story my entire life. So I've like had death kind of, just like around, I guess, from the jump. So I have to be humorous about it.
Man,
I don't know any other way to cope, I suppose.
I've heard so much of that lately. Actually, I forget where I was coming up with people losing a child and then naming the other kid, and it having something to do with the previous child and them hearing about it their whole life. Like it's wild. I guess it's a healing thing for the parents, but then at the same time, it kind of has that effect where you're constantly
A lot of weight
yeah
on the other kid's shoulders for your whole life. You can't not think about it, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it was never like used as a weapon or, like manipulation or anything like that. But yeah, it's because you have a name like Althea. People ask you where your name came from.
Yeah.
And I'll tell them, this is what it means. This is how my parents felt when I was born, and not go into more detail. It's also a Grateful Dead song. There's a Grateful Dead song called Althea. So people assume that my parents were deadheads.
Yeah.
They were not.
It's because I just had the kid not long ago, but it does change your brain. So before, when I heard about like a baby living for a day and then passing away, I'd be like, oh, that's sad. But now I think about it and it's like, oh man, that is super tragic, right? Like you carry this kid the whole time, and then you nurse it and you care about it, and it's all you're thinking about, and then it appears, and then to have something happen, it's pretty horrific stuff.
I honestly cannot comprehend how they went on with their lives. Honestly, even now, my kids are 16 and 12. I have no idea how they woke up the next day.
But you know why they did? Because they had this amazing, perfect daughter called Althea who came and fixed their lives. So you get to.
That was lovely. Thank you so much.
It's
true.
very
kind.
That's so it's a beautiful thing, and you should be very proud because you saved two people.
I try to be. Thank you. Oh, let's all hold hands. Come on.
Okay, so I don't want to keep you here too much longer. I think maybe there's one more question I've got to ask, if that's okay.
Of course.
Okay, so I want to go back to what we started with your dad coming out at Thanksgiving. I just want to maybe focus on like why it was that he chose that time to come out, because I don't know, it seems like such an attention-grabbing thing, and from what I know about him, that it just seems off character to me. Or is that on character of him? Do you think there's a particular reason why he chose that specific moment to come out?
That's a very good question. That's not something that I think I've thought of. I don't think that he was doing it like for attention per se. I think if I had to put like a motivation behind it, maybe he just like couldn't keep it a secret anymore for some reason, either if it was because I just can't hide this from them any longer, or I'm so in love, I must tell someone. I hope that's what it was.
Or maybe he was ripping.
I think it was the slur.
Maybe he was.
Yeah, it may have been. Yeah.
Maybe he was ripping the Band-Aid off, because it's one of those things where it was a hard thing for him, and so he chose a time when he couldn't take it back, or he couldn't. So he picked the most awkward public time when everyone was there, and that way it's done and it's out there and he can never go back on it.
Yeah, that may have been
also,
it.
He gave you guys a sort of sense of what he was feeling, because he asked you to keep it secret around all the family, and it's like the only thing you could think about with all the family members, because he just told you, and that's probably what he'd been going through his whole life.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's really deep, but that's
very insightful. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I should have more empathy for him.
Well, because it's like that too, because you tell a story and then it's like, oh, why would he tell you then?
Damn
and then it's
it.
like, well, I mean, that's kind of his life, right?
Yeah. God damn. Well, shit.
Sorry.
No, I'm grateful for this. This isn't like an offended silence or anything like that. That I'm going to remember that. I'll have to try and keep that in mind.
It's like the end of Sopranos. Did you ever watch that show?
The
last episode of Sopranos, when the screen goes black and then people are complaining, saying, you didn't get an ending, you didn't tell you anything. But the thing is that's what happens as the audience. You got whacked because you never see it coming. It just you just suddenly go black.
Whacked by life.
I like that.
This was a gay whacking. It's like you got.
Oh my god.
It's like
oh my god.
Exactly right, but in that sort of thing, you got to have a brief insight into what it's like to have to keep the secret.
An old high school friend of mine would call that being bitch slapped in the face with reality.
Yes,
that's what that was. Thank you.
I'm
gonna get some ice.
It's a gay soprano bitch slap to the face with reality.
Yes.
By Grumpy.
New band name, I call it.
By Grumpy Cat. That's
I love that so much. That's wonderful. Thank you.
I think that's it. I don't think we need any more. I think that's probably
cool.
That's probably a good place to end.
All right.
You're very easy to talk to, Althea.
Thanks. I try.
Yeah.
All right, all good. All right, I'm gonna jump off. Lovely to meet you. I'll send you more pictures of me in weird costumes in the future as well.
It was lovely to have met the three of you. Thank you so much for your time.
You too. Take care.
Yeah, you too.
I hope you guys have a good
so
day.
much.
Take care.
You too. Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Next time on Walking on Eggshells with an Emotional Vampire.
Essentially, the family unit is difficult to articulate. At the time, it was quirky. It was a very open family, but no one knew what it actually was until we sort of got out of it. And then we sort of looked back and were like, oh, that was essentially a cult. It was essentially a polygamous relationship, except no one ever got married. And at any time, we had between 3 to 6 women living in the house with us and another, 2 to 5 kids. Our surnames were all changed to sort of fit in with, his expectation of what a strong family unit looked like. So having, multiple different names across the group of people was frowned upon. So we all changed our name to be under the one. Essentially, he exploited the older women that were in the group. The group was called the family.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support is greatly appreciated. Walking on Eggshells with an Emotional Vampire is recorded, edited, and produced by me, Lucas Shaw. Thanks for listening.